Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today is our second lecture of the course Research Methodology, and here are the lecture details. Research Methodology MPhil Mathematics Weekend Program for the second semester, and this is purely the lecture for the sections A and D, session fall 2019. The contents which we have discussed in the previous lecture were: what is research? We have formally defined the term research in many ways in the previous lectures, and then we have highlighted what is the importance of research, that is why it is important to do research in your MPhil and PhD degrees. Then we have discussed research methods and research methodology in detail, and we also have differentiated between these two parameters in the previous lecture in detail. Then we have focused on the importance of research methodology, that is to solve a research problem, why your research methodology is important. Then at last we have discussed two basic types of research, that is pure and applied research. In mathematics, pure and applied research are very clear. These are the contents of today's lecture. These contents include qualitative and quantitative research, which are further types of basic and applied research. Then we will discuss different stages of research, and at the end of lecture we will discuss in detail that selection of a research problem, that how you will select a research problem for doing research in your MPhil degree. First of all, we will discuss these two types of research, quantitative and qualitative research. Quantitative means the research related to quantity, and the qualitative research means the research related to quality of a subject, of a matter, of anything. Basic and applied researches, which we have discussed in the previous lecture, are further divided into these two types of research. Basic and applied researches can be quantitative or qualitative, or even both at a time. Here we formally define and discuss the quantitative and qualitative research in mathematics. Statistics is the most widely used branch of mathematics in quantitative research. It finds applications not only in physical sciences but also in economics, social sciences and biology. This is used in quantitative research. Explaining how digestion of food takes place in our body is a qualitative description. It does not involve any numbers or data and quantities. So this type of research is included in qualitative research. Determination of exact amount of a particular compound present in a volume is essentially a quantitative analysis, while experimental and simulation studies are also generally included in quantitative research. Here are the basic differences between these two research types, that is quantitative research and qualitative research. First of all, we will discuss what is quantitative research. Quantitative research is based on the measurement of quantity or amount. The result of this research is essentially a number or a set of numbers. It is numerical non-descriptive, applies statistics or mathematics, and uses numbers. The results are often presented in tables and graphs. It investigates the what, where, and when of decision making. While in qualitative research is concerned with qualitative phenomena involving quality of that matter. It is non-numerical, it is descriptive, and applies reasoning and uses words. Its aim is to get the meaning, feeling, and describe the situation. Qualitative data cannot be graphed. It is exploratory and it investigates the why and how of decision making. These two are the basic types of research in mathematics. We can understand the basic difference in these two research types with the help of a recent situation of coronavirus. That is, we are hearing in the news that the positive cases of coronavirus in Pakistan are exceeding day by day. For example, at the present situation, the cases are 12,000 in the country. The research of this type, which includes numbers, quantity, is based on the quantitative research. That is, we are focusing on how much are there the patients of coronavirus in the country, in the whole country, or in Punjab, in Sindh, and in other provinces of Pakistan. While in qualitative research, we can discuss that China and other countries are working on the vaccine of the coronavirus, and in China they have done experiment on different coronavirus patients, and they are nearly to make the vaccine for this disease. So this is the qualitative research. They are working on the quality of medicine of that disease matters to overcome the virus situation all over the world. The contents to be discussed further include stages of research and selection of a research topic and selection of a research problem. Firstly, we will discuss stages of research. The topic starting from here is very much important for the MPhil students, because most of you will do research in your third semester. So while taking decision of research, these points are so much important to be considered. The points include: whenever a scientific problem is to be solved, there are several important steps to follow. Scientific problem means we are the students of mathematics and we have to do a research problem which is based on some scientific assumptions or hypotheses. So these steps should be kept in mind. The problem must be stated clearly, including any simplifying assumptions. You have to state the problem clearly and all the assumptions of the problem should be very clear to you before starting that problem. Then develop a mathematical statement of the problem. This is much important for a research student to develop a mathematical statement of that problem. This process may now involve use of one or more than one mathematical procedures. That is, your research may involve only one technique or a mixture of more than one techniques to solve that problem. Frequently, more advanced textbooks or review articles will be needed to learn about the techniques and procedures, because you have to do the research of advanced level, so you have to study advanced textbooks or review articles or research papers to learn the most recent techniques and procedures to solve that type of problems. Next, the results have to be interpreted to arrive at a decision. That is, you should learn how to manipulate your results to arrive at an outcome, at a decision. This will require experience and an understanding of the situation in which the problem is embedded. That is, you have to gain experience and understanding of the situation in which the problem is working. Further, this is the flow chart of the different stages of the research. First of all, selection of a research topic. The selection of research topic and selection of research problem are two different things. Selection of a research topic means you have to select any field of research in which you want to do research. For example, there are many branches of mathematics: pure mathematics, applied mathematics. In pure mathematics, there are many other branches: group theory, modern algebra, linear algebra, Meyer theory, and so on. Similarly, in applied mathematics, you have so many branches: fluid mechanics, solid mechanics, heat transfer, etc. So first of all, you have to choose a research direction, research field. Then in that research field, there are so many research topics. For example, if you want to research in pure mathematics and you choose algebra as a subject or field to do research in it, then algebra includes group theory, ring theory, field theory, etc. So first of all, you have to decide in which topic you want to do research. This is the first stage of research, selection of a research topic. Then definition of a research problem. After selection of a research topic, you have to precise yourself within the boundary of a research problem, because you cannot solve the whole field. You have to be precise to define a research problem in that research topic, in that research direction. Then you have to study the literature on that problem which is already present on the internet. This is called literature survey. Then formulation of hypothesis. For your research problem, you have to formulate a hypothesis based on you will do research further. Then research design. Then actual investigation. What is your actual investigation? Then what data you have obtained, analyze that data. This is called data analysis. Then interpretation of your results, that in tables you will write down your results for obtaining an optimal solution. Then after that, preparing of report based on your research. This is a flow chart of the research. In different fields you have different methodologies, so some steps may be excluded in different fields from this, but this is the standard pattern of doing scientific research. Selection of a research topic and research problem is much important in your MPhil degree. Identifying a suitable topic for work is one of the most difficult parts of a research. Before choosing a research topic and a research problem, the young researchers should keep the following points in mind, because this is the crucial matter for your MPhil degree or PhD degree. So you have to keep in mind the following points. Topic should be suitable for research. The research topic which you are choosing should be suitable for doing research. Select a topic for which you can find a manageable amount of information. Select that topic of research for doing research in your MPhil or PhD degree. The researcher should have interest in it. This point is very much important. A student can research on a topic of his own interest very deeply, but if he chooses a topic in which his interest is not developed, then he may then it may be difficult for him to complete that research. And most importantly, be original. Don't copy paste the work of the others. You have to be original in research. Topic and problem can be chosen in consultation with the research supervisor. In your MPhil degree, more commonly, the topic and problem is consulted with the research supervisor, and research supervisor gives you the research topic and research problem for your MPhil degree. In our country, often research supervisors suggest a topic and state a problem in broad view. But for your MPhil degree, you have to be precise. The researcher has to narrow it and define it in an operational form, because the duration of MPhil degree is 2 years, in which 1 year is for research, that is third and fourth semester. So you cannot solve whole the research topic or whole the research field in 1 year. You have to be precise, that is, you have to select a problem which you can solve in this time frame. This is so much important. You have to narrow your research problem. Do a preliminary search of information sources to determine whether existing sources will meet your needs, or you will need some other information. If you find too much information, you may need to narrow your topic, and if you find too little, you may need to broaden your topic. In this point, some topics have too much information on the internet, on the research, in the research papers, in the form of textbooks. In this case, you have to narrow your topic. That is a huge research work has been done in that direction. So you may need to narrow your topic, that in which direction you can do a new work. And if your topic is like that, you find too little information about that topic on the internet, then you have to broaden your topic. Then you can do research in more general perspective. One may ask, most of the students ask this question, is it necessary that the topic of a PhD degree should be different from your MSc project topic and your MPhil dissertation topic, MPhil thesis topic? The answer is, of course, it is not necessary. That is, if you have written a project in your MSc in some direction, in some research field, and you have carried out research in your MPhil mathematics in that direction, then you can change your topic of research in your PhD degree, and otherwise you can do the research in the same direction, but the research should be of the advanced level to meet the requirements of the PhD degree. So there are both the options. You can do the research in the same field, same direction for your PhD degree, and you can also change the direction of your research in your PhD degree. If a student is able to get a supervisor working in his MSc project or MPhil thesis topic, then it would save about 6 months or more than 6 months in the duration of his PhD work. That is, continuing your MSc or MPhil thesis topic in your PhD can save 6 or 9 months at least from the duration of your PhD studies. A youngster interested to start a research career wishes to know whether he or she has freedom to do research in the topic of his or her own interest. The style of research in our country and various other factors like time limit of the degree, that is, MPhil degree is for 2 years, and for the research you have 1 year, and our commitment to family and social setup hardly allow a young researcher to choose a topic by himself for his MSc, MPhil or PhD studies, PhD thesis. However, many supervisors give complete freedom to choose a problem in the topic suggested by him for a PhD research work. Here, the 2 points should not be confused, that research topic and research problem are 2 different things. Research topic is the direction in which you want to do research for your MPhil or PhD degree. The direction may be graph theory, group theory, the direction may be fluid mechanics. These are the fields, and in these fields there are so many research directions. First of all, you choose a research direction or research topic in which you want to do your research. Then in that topic you have to justify a research problem. You have to find a research problem which is not solved before you for your MPhil or PhD degree, and you have to solve it in the duration of your MPhil or PhD degree. So the freedom can be provided from supervisor to the students to choose research problem on which a student wants to get the degree of research. Because the normal time duration of MPhil research is about 9 to 12 months in our country, it is better to work on the problem suggested by the supervisor. This is very important point, that if you select a research problem of your supervisor's choice, then it can save your time. If a student wishes to do research for PhD degree with fellowship, then he cannot have freedom to choose a topic, since he has to work on a project, the goal of which is already defined by the project investigator, that is your supervisor. For fellowship or for a project funded research, the project is predefined. Your supervisor may have a project in which he may add you to do research in some direction to complete that project. So here you cannot get the freedom to choose a topic of your own choice in the case of fellowship or project funded research. In the other way, after choosing a topic of his own interest, student's own interest, he has to find a supervisor who is working in that topic or interested in guiding him. That is, if you select a topic of your own choice, then you have to find a supervisor who is working in that topic or who is interested to guide you in that topic. Therefore, a researcher should make up his mind so as to work in a topic suggested by the supervisor. That means we conclude for MPhil degree, this is the better option, that is, a researcher should make up his mind so as to work in a topic suggested by his supervisor. However, a research problem may be chosen by a researcher himself. This has several advantages. In this case, the researcher can pursue his or her own interest to the farthest limits, because we can go farthest in the topic of our own interest. There is an opportunity to spend a long time on something that is a continuous source of students' pleasure. Identification of a research topic and problem. Some sources of identification of a research topic and problem are: theory of one's own interest, that is, your own interest in the topic; technological changes, recent trends in that topic, that is, you have to focus on the recent technological changes and trends in that research topic, not to rely on the old techniques and old patterns of research in that research topic. Unexplored areas, you should be familiar with the unexplored areas which you can explore in your own research. Discussion with experts and research supervisor. This is of importance for you to select a research topic. Suppose one is interested in the theory of nonlinear partial differential equations. Then he can find a research guide who is working in this field are interested to work in this field and then choose a problem for research. This is a simple example. If you want to work in non-linear partial differential equations, this is the research topic. Non-linear partial differential equations is a research topic in mathematics. Then what you have to do, you have to find a research guide, a research supervisor who is working in this field, in this research topic, are interested to work in this topic with you, and then you can choose a problem for research in this topic. In each subject there are several topics which are not explored in detail, even though the topic was considered by scientists long time ago. There are so many research directions which are not explored in detail. So you can choose the research direction in which there is so much margin for doing research or to explore the research problems in that direction. For example, string theory, quantum computing, nanoparticles, quantum cloning and quantum cryptography are fascinating topics and are in preliminary stages. These all topics are of much interest, and all of these topics are on the preliminary stages, that is, these research topics are recent. You can explore these topics in your research. The supervisors are working on one or few fields over a long time, and they are the specialists in the field considered and well versed with the development and current status of the field, which is of much importance to go in a field for research. Therefore, a young researcher can make use of their expertise in knowing various possible problems in the topic. One has to study advanced level textbooks and latest research articles to identify problems. This is much important. You have to study the advanced level textbooks and latest research papers to identify new research problems. Is it necessary to know all the methods, techniques, concepts in a research topic before identifying a problem for investigation? That is, whether you have to know all the techniques in some research direction, research topic. The answer is, this is not necessary. After learning some fundamental concepts of that research topic and the recent developments and current trends of a research topic, you can identify a problem for your own research. You don't need to learn all the methods or all the techniques or all the concepts of that research topic before identifying a problem for your research. You have to be precise, and after learning some fundamental or basic concepts of that research topic and recent developments and current trends on that topic, you can identify your research problem. Then you have to learn the tools necessary to solve your problem. This is necessary thing, that you have to learn the specific tools which are needed to complete your research. Definition and formulation of a problem. After identifying a problem, in order to solve it, it has to be defined and formulated properly. Defining the problem is more important than its solution, because the definition of the problem should be correct. It is a crucial part of the research study and should not be defined in hurry. For this purpose, you should state and specify the problem in detail and in precise terms. Number 2, list the assumptions made. That what are the conditions of solving that problem? List out those conditions or assumptions which you are considering. Remove the ambiguities, if any, in the statement of that problem, and examine the feasibility of a particular solution. That is, a particular solution is feasible or not, you have to examine it. A problem in its first definition may not be appealing. It may require redefinition in order to make it a good problem. That is, you have to revise your definition, you have to revise your formulation in order to make it a good research problem. That is, by suitably rewording or reformulating the chosen problem, it can be made to meet the criteria of a good research problem. To this end, a researcher can ask some questions on the problem as: is the problem really interesting to him and interesting to the scientific community? This is the important point which should be kept in mind, that the problem you are going to solve is really interesting to you, and also it is interesting for the scientific community or not. Is the problem significant to the present status of the topic? Significance should also be kept in mind. Is there sufficient supervision or guidance for that topic? That is, anyone, supervisor or guide is available to guide you on that specific topic. Can the problem be solved in the required time frame? That is, you all are in MPhil degree, and if you select a problem which takes 2 to 3 years to solve, then you cannot be able to solve that problem in the time duration or time frame of your MPhil degree. So, selection of problem matters to do your research in the given time frame. Are the necessary equipments, adequate library and computational facilities, etc. available to you for doing that research? For example, if someone is doing research in chemistry, then are there sufficient materials, sufficient solvers and sufficient lab equipment to do the research in time? If the answers to these questions are satisfactory, then the researcher can initiate work on the chosen problem. The researcher should be interested on the problem as well as the supervisor. The interest of both is compulsory, so that the researcher can get the necessary guidance from his supervisor in that direction. More importantly, the problem must be of interest to scientific community and society, because if not, then the researcher will face great difficulty to publish his findings or results in reputed research journals. A researcher needs proper guidance and encouragement from the supervisor regularly. That is, regular guidance and regular encouragement is helpful for the students to complete their research in time. This is important for keeping the research in right track, to overcome the difficulties which come at various stages of research, and also to have moral support. The following story was told by S.L. Glashow of Harvard University to explain that the selection of a research topic and research problem is so much important. The story is like, once upon a time a fox came upon a rabbit who was typing away in the middle of the forest. "What do you think you are doing?" asked the fox. "I am writing my thesis on how rabbits eat foxes," replied the rabbit. "Nonsense," said the fox. "Rabbits does not eat foxes. Foxes eat rabbits." "Just take a peek in my cave," challenged the rabbit. The fox entered the rabbit's cave and was never seen again. Sometime later, a wolf came to the rabbit who was still writing his thesis. "What do you think you are doing?" said the wolf, and a similar interchange took place. The wolf entered the cave and was never seen again. Finally, a bear came to chat with the rabbit. "I am writing my thesis on how rabbits eat bears," said the rabbit. "Nonsense," growled the bear, who was sent to the cave never to be seen again. A wise owl watched these strange goings-ons and was puzzled. Softly sneaking into the rabbit's cave, he came upon a neat pile of fox bones. A bit further on, he discovered a neat pile of wolf bones. Finally, at the back of the cave, behind a neat pile of bear bones, sat a very fat and satisfied lion, picking his teeth with a bear claw. The moral of this story is that it really does not matter what your thesis subject is. What counts is your choice of an advisor. What counts is your choice of an advisor. Advisor or research supervisor. And so choose your supervisor very much carefully. The selection of research supervisor in your MPhil degree, and most importantly in your PhD degree, is so much important. So you have to choose your research supervisor in your third semester very much carefully. This was today's lecture, and this is the assignment number 2 to be submitted. Identify a research field or research topic and a research problem of your own interest. These are two things. That is, first you have to identify a research field or research topic of your own interest in which you want to work, and then you have to identify a research problem in that research direction or research topic of your own interest, and submit this as assignment number 2 of your course Research Methodology. In the next lecture, we will discuss a review of literature, importance of the review of literature, and assessing the current status of your chosen topic or research problem. Take care of yourself and your family.